Sylveon has been nerfed, and it's been nerfed hard. Let's break it down. Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I bring you guys a brand new video today, and today we're gonna talk about the most recent nerfs to Sylveon in Pokemon Unite. Yes, it has happened. Pokemon Unite has come out, and they have absolutely dropped the hammer on Sylveon just 2 days after release. And I find it hilarious that there were so many people in the comments who were just like, Sylveon's not OP, aDrive, it's not that good, and here we go. Clearly, Pokemon Unite felt that this Pokemon was very much so overtuned when it dropped, and boy oh boy are these nerfs significant. So we're gonna break down exactly what changed, what the viability of Sylveon is, and I've got the detailed numbers for you guys. So let's just jump into it. As always, if you enjoy our Pokemon Unite videos, be sure to like the video down below. It does help out the channel, and make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on these updates and stuff like that, because you may be playing and be like, why is Sylveon not doing what it used to do? Well, they nerfed it. So the first thing is Pokemon Unite tweeted out and said we're performing a balance patch. This is an emergency balance patch that dropped overnight. This will be affecting Sylveon's moves Hyper Voice and Mystical Fire, both getting their damage dealt decreased. Now, I actually mentioned this yesterday in my tier list video and in previous discussions that if I was gonna tweak Sylveon, I would have changed the cooldowns, right? I would have made it so it had a longer cooldown as opposed to impacting the damage, but ultimately they decided that the damage adjustment was the better adjustment, and that's fine, right? I do feel like, I will say this, I do feel like Sylveon is still a viable character in the game, but it was at the point, and I know some people may disagree, but it was at the point where if you did not have a Sylveon on your team, you were at a significant disadvantage in the game. It was that simple. Sylveon was incredible in jungle. If it was a level or two above, it absolutely ran through the opposing team. It was an incredible laner. It could lane top lane solo against Lucario and stack special attack specs. It can lane bottom in a 3 bot lane and function really well with a support Pokemon like an Eldegoss or a Blissey. It was simply too strong. So when we look at Cerebi.net, we can look at the different patches and how things are broken down here. So ultimately, previously, the first hit of Mystical Fire did 1651, and then the subsequent hits did 25% of that. So the total damage from Mystical Fire was 3,346. That was the total damage that Mystical Fire would do. Now it is down to 2,126. That is about a 50% nerf, just straight up whacked it. To go from 3,300 to 2,100, that is a massive, massive change in the amount of damage for Mystical Fire. And Hyper Voice got hit as well, hitting a total of 6,006 on the highest end, now hitting at 4,825. So they changed both the near and far kind of damage on how much Hyper Voice does based on how close and far you are. But again, they hit that for a significant percentage as well. So we're looking at 20 to 50% damage reduction across the board on Sylveon's 2 main offensive attacks. And ultimately, this impacts Calm Mind's usability as well because of how things scale. So we see a little bit of a difference in terms of the damage on how Sylveon functions with Calm Mind. So the ultimate question is Sylveon still viable? I would say it is. I still think the level 8 Unite move is still very good. I feel like having the opportunity to weave in and out of battle is still very good. But this nerf is massive to Sylveon, and it's going to take a little bit of time for us to play it out and see whether this is still an incredibly powerful pick and a necessary pick. But these changes, they really must have felt they had it overtuned for them to do this fast. That was absolutely crazy that they nerfed it this quickly. And it actually brings up the question of like, what other Pokemon do we feel like are overtuned? Because we look at it, and again, we posted a tier list video yesterday where me and my team broke down the best Pokemon in the game, and we ranked 3 Pokemon in S tier right now: Lucario, Venusaur, and Sylveon. I feel like Sylveon was the best. I don't know if Sylveon stays S tier now. It might fall down to an A tier or A plus tier. Again, a little bit more testing is needed because this is a pretty significant damage nerf. But then you look at a Pokemon like Lucario and a Venusaur, and they haven't been touched since their release. So clearly Pokemon Unite did not feel that these Pokemon were as overtuned. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this because they dropped this new character. It's incredibly overtuned. They know they're gonna make money off of Sylveon, and they still made an emergency fix for it, right? They could have easily just waited till next week and just let the game do its thing, but they really felt that this Pokemon was that OP that it needs to be adjusted right now. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you think that any other Pokemon need to be adjusted? And do you think this was the wrong decision by Pokemon Unite? Should they have let Sylveon ride for a little bit longer? Or was this 100% the right choice? My gut feeling is this was the right choice. I think that this was necessary. I don't know if I would have nerfed it this hard. I probably would have went a little bit lower, like maybe a little bit of a difference and then kind of slowly go down, I feel like they took a lot of damage off of Sylveon. It does still have really low cooldowns though, and it can still deal a lot of damage, and it still gets this Unite move at level 8. So I think it's still going to be a threat, but I don't necessarily think it's the best Pokemon in the game anymore with these damage adjustments. So that's it for our Pokemon Unite news today. We're expecting some sort of an update next week. We haven't seen what the next character reveals are. A lot of whispers right now about Greedent, the squirrel Pokemon, and even Decidueye maybe. That's what the data miners are saying. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hit that like button down below if you guys did. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for daily Pokemon Unite and other Pokemon content and everything in between. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, my friends, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.